The first episode of Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation, East Meets West Part 1 is the first of a 5-parter, making this a mini-arc. This wouldn't be the only time a story be given a multi-episode arc either, as there's also the 4-parter Unchain My Heart. This should have been a really good thing for this show and been a way to get really in-depth with a story, but it all falls apart at the execution level. And instead of feeling like a continuous story arc with interesting twists, it's just kind of a bunch of stuff that happens. And the episodes just sort of flow into each other a bit. The opening of this arc involves Shredder, but after part 2, he and the Foot Clan aren't really a part of it anymore. After that, it's all about the new Dragon Lord enemy. I'm having serious Lord Drag flashbacks right now. Viewing East Meets West as just a single story, it makes it a rather disjointed mess that jumps around a lot. The cold open starts us off somewhere in China. Guess we can't get any more specific than that. Here we are introduced to Master Chung, who's the adoptive father of the 5th turtle, Venus de Milo.
You haven't eaten or slept in days.
Oh, well, I guess that explains why he's hallucinating by the mirror. Sleep deprivation. Maybe we can just chalk this entire series up to the delusions of a crazy man who needed a bedtime.
Why won't you speak to me? Have you stopped talking to me?
No. Who do you think I am, Peter lad? By the way, Venus is hiding who she is right now only for the audience's benefit, and so they can have a shocking reveal. Which I suppose if you really knew nothing about this series before in this show, they don't just appear silently, they make impact and weapon noises, which is quite irritating, especially when characters are talking.
Wrong, dude!
Now, I do think there was a little more effort being put into the Next Mutation towards the beginning of it. There's some attempts here at style, like the shadowed intro of Leo and Raph, and them blowing up at each other would seem to hint at some more serious storytelling than the series was really going to deliver in the end. Green is just Raph catching flies with his gaping open mouth on his motorcycle. This is, of course, being done because this is where the driver's actually looking from. We get a clear shot of the mouths have eyes later in the episode when Michelangelo's driving the turtle Humvee. A shot of this is also in the intro where we can clearly see that he's not even wearing a turtle shell, it's just a shirt. Raph gets ambushed by some foot soldiers, with some of them looking decent and others, I guess, just being the losers of the clan, relegated to wearing whatever they had left for outfits.
Not again. Do the words "get a life" mean anything to you losers? Any of you chumps put a scratch on my bike, you're footing the bill. Get it? Footing the bill?
Once Raph stops his stand-up routine and starts footing up the foot, we get thrown over to the real excitement.
Queen's bishop pawn to bishop 3.
How do you know I want your shabby old rook?
So instead of having any of the established human ally characters like April or Casey, we have Splinter's friend Andre. The running gag with him is he's blind, so he doesn't realize that Splinter and the Turtles are mutants. Are you laughing yet?
I must go.
Use a bush.
Yes, a wise suggestion.
Maybe Splinter getting a vision of Raph possibly dying isn't the time for pee jokes, Next Mutation. Anyway, just watch Splinter rush off to Raph's rescue. But hey, over in the Times Square footage, we're reminded of whiskey, which maybe you'll want to get through this show. Anyway, apparently after his fight with Raph, Leo went home and decided to smash his head against some cinder blocks.
We are satellite positive.
Oh no, you should have gotten yourself checked out.
It's a tracking system.
Aren't you a little old for connect the dots, dude?
Let's see where Raph is.
Who cares?
Hey, Looks like Raphy's taking up a little square dancing. Ding, 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 ding.
Shut up, Michelangelo. This is the first scene you've been in and you're already pushing it. We don't need a dumb joke sprinkled in after almost every line. The jokes would have more impact if you just let them breathe a little. After they see Splinter is rushing towards Raph, citation needed, they finally figure they should do something. Unfortunately, that something is getting the turtle Humvee ready scene, which is fine here for the most part, but after they reuse it in almost every episode, you start to get sick of it.
Shell you, baby!
What is shell you, baby, even supposed to mean? You can't just replace every word with shell, Raph. And here are the turtles driving in the empty newspaper-littered streets of New York. If there's anything people always say about New York, it's how empty and quiet it is. And I'm glad the turtles chose vehicles where they are out in the open, given no camouflage. I know the 87 turtle van wasn't exactly subtle, but at least it had a roof. Why did it roar? Stop being stupid for a second, show. Splinter finally saunters over to Raph, and the Foot decide to nicely line themselves up for him.
Massive shellage.
Are they just driving in circles? One of those driving shots is the exact same one they just used. Does Splinter have jaundice in this series?
This thing is neither silent nor at one with the night.
Yeah, it's not stealthy like the gas-guzzling turtle Humvee.
Just can't stay out of trouble, can you, Raph?
You are all almost 18 years of age.
Yeah, I can't believe we are finally teenagers. It's the first time in a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series that we've done that.
Shredder is still our blood enemy. It's foolish to invite violence.
I refuse to cower in the sewers.
Cowering in the sewers.
It's hilarious if I just repeat things like a moron. The kids will be bored if anything serious is allowed to happen without moronic interruption.
Over at Shredder Hall, they have a street fire for some reason.
So let me see if I understand correctly. All of you were defeated by a single turtle and an arthritic rat?
This Shredder scene is rather odd for reasons other than Shredder apparently not being that familiar with the turtles or Splinter. You'd think being thrown off a roof by this rat would be something that'd stick with you, if this is supposed to be in continuity with the movies, who knows? But anyway, the Hero Turtles DVD from Jetix actually has a more complete version of the scene compared to the North American release. While Shredder is chastising the foot soldiers for their defeat, some of them actually talk back to him on the UK cut.
And an arthritic rat? Why do we continue to fall short of our glorious goals? And an arthritic rat?
But the rat had a stick.
A stick? And what did the turtle have? A big flower? Right now, you and these pathetic warriors you train seem to be standing between me and my destiny. Who are my enemies?
The turtles?
Right now, you and these pathetic warriors you train seem to be standing between me and my destiny.
What do you want me to say, Master Shredder? Sorry.
My best guess on why these lines were cut was for time on later airings of the episode. And like what probably happened with the theme, they just didn't have a master anymore without this edit. But the PAL version, of course, had a different master, and these cuts weren't made here. Shredder also mocks the "but the rat had a stick" line at the end of the scene, which has been edited to only a laugh on the Shout DVD since they cut that line.
But the rat had a stick.
I also just really love the super lazy toss of the foot soldier Shredder does here. Go away.
Why do we continue to fall short of our glorious goals?
What are our glorious goals? Good question. I mean, shut up! I wonder if the turtles have had their break today. Now we get super mystical as Splinter enters the plane of enlightenment to have a little convo with Master What's-His-Nuts. I am one with the universe! I'm one with the universe! Oops, Splinter forgot to bring his butt for this shot.
You must leave the realm of dreams immediately.
Yeah, I don't disagree. This looks pretty terrible. The sooner you stop being screened, the better. Oh, never mind. This is clearly better. Obviously blown up headshots and Splinter not even looking at it.
I don't understand. Dragons are coming.
Wow, a very stupid warning indeed.
Back somewhere in China, Master Chung is still sitting in front of that mirror. Glad he's getting a lot done.
Thousands of years ago, the world was the domain of dragons. My ascendants imprisoned them here.
Wait, so the world belonged to these dragon people and your ancestors stole it and then trapped these dragon people in some kind of mirror world? Kinda sounds like they're the jerks here.
The dragons have found their way through my mind into the universal realm of dreams to take back the world.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, sure, that checks out. And that's why meditation is bad, 'cause dragons might follow you home. Stop showing that. It doesn't look good. Meanwhile, Michelangelo is playing in garbage. It's symbolism, I guess. The Foot were spying on this somehow. I guess we couldn't fit a proper story about the Foot tracking the turtles with all the dream world nonsense going on. Oh, and the ever-important planned destruction of styrofoam.
Hospital.
Wow, there's a good payoff to that.
Hey, that's not a bad place for a new door.
Yeah, you're a menace, Mikey.
Well, considering he's done nothing useful and now lured the Foot to your lair, I can't really disagree.
I know stupid Chung told me to stay out of Dreamland, but I just can't resist.
So then Splinter's, mind gets captured by Dragon Lord.
I demand you release the Ninja Master.
Your services are no longer required.
Yes, you're fired.
I'm surprised he didn't actually say that, you know.
Yo, dudes, what's the hap?
Anyway, time for a Foot fight in the lair. This should actually be pretty cool.
Whoa, incoming!
Wanna suck face?
Alright, now, to be fair, there are a lot of normal fight noises in this battle, and you'd better savor those while they last in this series. The turtles beat back the Foot in what really is one of the more decent battles in this series, but I feel like they should be worried that their lair has now been exposed, which there is no mention of.
Come quick! Something's wrong with Splinter!
Wow, Michelangelo cares about something? Amazing!
There isn't much time. You must go to New York.
Wait, seriously? Chung is dying now? From that little fireball? It seemed like it only mildly annoyed him after getting hit with it, but when we cut back later, he's about to die. Sure, Chung is definitely the biggest idiot of the episode. He sat in front of a mirror so long to do nothing and then easily gets killed. Plus, it's his fault that the Dragon Lord even found his way back to Earth, so honestly, this guy's just a colossal failure. And he also seems like a bit of an ass for keeping Venus from others of her kind for seemingly no good reason. It seems he just wanted someone to serve him while he sat around all day watching Dreamland on his mirror.
I will go to America.
While the opening episode of Next Mutation isn't perfect and has an issue of trying to jam in funny lines where they really don't need to be, it isn't horrible. And if the show had improved from here instead of getting worse, this might have been a series that people looked back more favorably on. It's really nice to hear a battle not just jammed with silly sound effects and to have Shredder and the Foot Clan be involved with the plot. But both of these things will soon be gone. Next time on Next Mutation, Splinter is stuck in Dreamland and Dragon Lord finally shows his stupid face. Meanwhile, Venus arrives and magics up the Shredder.
Respawn! Oh, yes. No. Oh, yes. No. Oh, yes. No.